Hey everybody, it's James here from NeuralNet Games, and today we're talking about Frosthaven Update 88. We're going to talk about, the insert, we're going to talk about the new scenario flowchart and how that works. I'm going to walk you through that, so make sure and stick around. And so let's just start with the bad news first. There is no new information on the Broken Token insert fiasco. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put links to my other updates down in the description. However, a brief summary is Broken Token insert is gone. People who ordered it will no longer get it. And right now, Cephalofair, Isaac Childress, they're trying to source another insert. I've heard Go7 Gaming mentioned a lot, and I've talked to other people and other subscribers and viewers in comment sections on other videos about various inserts, and Go7 Gaming seems to come up quite a bit. Let me know if you've got one of their inserts. I've heard they're good. I think they're reasonably inexpensive. So, this is no official word or anything. I've just seen them, bandied about quite a bit. And they would probably be cheaper than the Broken Token, because Broken Token was generally high quality wood, pretty expensive though. All right, so how about the release date? Well, the release date is still the same as before, but it's still concerning. So, like I said, I'll leave links down in the description to my previous updates. But essentially, the last update, which is where we still stand, is that freight shipping is real bad, and I don't want to commit to telling you exactly how bad it is because we don't know how things will change by October. But what I can tell you is that doing a swift fulfillment where all 80,000 of you get your games at the same time is not in the cards. So this means that some of us may get it a lot later. So right now, the projected date is for this to start in Q1 of 2022. But if they can't get the right amount of containers, this could go on for a very long time. It's something I'm quite concerned about. Make sure you comment down below. I know people are generally like, whatever, it's a board game. And I totally get that. It is whatever, it's a board game. But still, it's important to a lot of us, so it's something worth talking about. I'm really hoping that they find a way to get it out, as I'm sure most people are. Anyways, let's not talk about that anymore. Let's actually move on to how the scenario flowchart works. So first off, for those of you who don't know, this is essentially like an advent chart. You're going to go, and as you unlock things, you're actually going to punch out these little pieces of cardboard. Let's go down to this zoomed in. And so this is how it looks originally. So you're going to have a scenario number and a color key. We'll talk about how the color keys and all the legends and stuff work shortly. But you're going to be looking at it like this, then you're going to punch it out and flip it over. And the sticker's actually on the back, which in some ways is going to be really nice because you're not going to see stickers of places that you've unlocked or until you unlock them. Whereas before, Gloomhaven just had a bunch of sticker sheets. I think it's going to be really nice, spoiler-wise, just to keep some of those things hidden. Although there are some other ways that are more spoilery. So we'll talk about that too. But it's really neat. You punch it out. You've got your sticker here. You take your sticker off. You put it on the map. And essentially, this flowchart is going to, using a bunch of iconography, tell you exactly how scenarios link to each other, what scenarios to do next, or what scenarios you can choose from next. And so it should be really interesting. I do like more mystery. So in some ways this is more mystery, in some ways it's not. So I guess I'm slightly torn. I feel like it's going to take up a lot of room on the table, and essentially I'm going to have to put this on my wall somehow. And I'm actually working with a partially unfinished basement right now, so I'm going to have to come up with something, I guess. It's one of those things, I got my bathroom finished and stuff down here, and I've just never got to the rest of my basement because I started a board game YouTube channel. Sometimes the best decision of my life and the worst decision. Anyways, I shouldn't say the best decision of my life. That's probably having kids or marrying my wife. Oh God, where am I going with this? Let's move on. It's an advent calendar. It's going to take up a lot of room. There's 138 scenarios here, and there's a bunch of different colors. So for example, if you see here, there's 3 Algox, essentially, colors. And so light blue, medium blue, and dark blue are all linked to Algox scenarios. So, and this is what I meant by it's more spoilery. You can kind of look at how scenarios interact with each other ahead of time. Although there's so much going on that if you even try not to get to spoil things for yourself, you probably won't, because it's going to be pretty tough to glean information out of this. And I think I'm going to call it a positive, even though there are, some spoilers, because you can kind of see everything. But it's nice because, we've got job postings. That's a cool new part in Frosthaven. A lot of these scenarios, they're job postings. And so it's going to be, a little bit more RPG. Like, everybody loves doing job postings in RPGs. I always love going to do, bounties and stuff like that. Anyways, we've got all these colors. It shows how everything links together so that, groups, like, I played Gloomhaven for almost 2 years. By the time we got a year and a half in, it was like, we were digging through the campaign book, trying to figure out, how do we do this? How do we do that? I remember we had a problem with ancient technology where we didn't know how to get our last ancient technology. I don't know if we were just being dumb. I'm trying to remember. It was so long ago now. I don't know if we were just being dumb and we just missed something simple, or if it was actually kind of obtuse and easy to miss. But it took us a while to figure it out. I remember just digging through the scenario book, and then we had forgotten to mark off a handful of scenarios that we had actually done. So, they each have the little box on the sticker where you're supposed to put a little mark through. We had forgotten to do some of those, and then there was discussions, and it became quite a show at one point. Anyways, this should help with that. I still think there are going to be some problems because it's so big and there's so much to look at, and I think it can be still confusing, but better than it was before. So let's just quickly talk through the icons. We've got, like I said, 3 colors for Algox, Unfettered, Lurkers, Puzzle Book. This is going to be really nice compared to the puzzle in Gloomhaven. The puzzle in Gloomhaven was it was all over the place. Right? To be fair, it was easy to miss parts. It was obtuse. It was, all over the place. And so seeing what scenarios are puzzles should make it a lot simpler to figure out, where do I need to go to get the next part of the puzzle. I actually really like puzzles in games if they're done right. I played Time Stories a decent amount back in the day. I play Seventh Continent. And, getting a group together to really put their heads together in, to figure out a puzzle together, it can be a really cool, it can be a really cool, fun time, and it really can bring the table together and really increase immersion a lot. And I think it's really neat to just put your heads together and try and figure something out. As long as it doesn't go on too long and it's not too complicated. It's got to be just right in that sweet spot where you really have to think about it. It's kind of like an escape room, right? If you just sit there and you can never figure anything out, it sucks. But you also don't want to just roast through it. And, what's 1 + 1? Okay, there's the next clue. And there's no point if it's too easy. Anyways, the scenario book or this flow chart should really help us figure out where the puzzle is. I'm trying to see here. I don't have my glasses on because the light I have reflects terribly in my glasses and it just looks crazy. I have okay vision, but I'm pretty sure it's these right here. These right here. So there's not a lot of scenarios around the puzzle. I don't know if there's anything else hidden anywhere else, but anyways, it should be a lot more straightforward than last time and hopefully more fun. And then here's all of the legend. This is going to show you, once you pop that piece of cardboard out, exactly how scenarios link together, requirements that you need them, right? And this right here, wanted to point this out, 6 shards of the Lurker Crown. Ooh, exciting. I want to go find some of those shards right now. Give me my copy. Okay. That's too much. And another thing I thought was cool here is it looks like there's going to be content that is gated behind having things that can help you traverse the land, essentially, right? This looks like some sort of I think it's climbing rope. And then here's a sled. I mean, snow, get around on snow. That's pretty straightforward. This is probably, the rope's probably to climb into mountains or something. And then we've got the ship. I mean, ships go through water. Seems fairly straightforward. I love stuff like that. Kind of reminds me of my childhood when I played games like, Final Fantasy and Dragon Warrior and stuff back in the day on the Nintendo, and Zelda, where, things were locked behind certain abilities or items. And then it was really exciting when you got those items to go and explore that. And so I think that's really kind of cool. It's something Gloomhaven didn't really have. And then a bunch of other iconography as to, like unlocked by puzzle. Ah, good. That's nice and straightforward. It should be really good. And then unlocked by job posting again. I really think it's going to be fun to go and do bounties. I mean, they're probably going to be, they're basically side quests, right? But it's just cool thematically to go and find a job posting. Really, gets you in that zone of feeling like a mercenary, feeling like an adventurer, and going and, doing jobs to make money. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know I've got a Patreon. If you're looking to support the channel, that's the best way. I've got cool benefits in there, so make sure and check it out. And then I've also got a Twitter account where I post like cool board game news and fun stuff. I'm gonna put a link to both of those in the pinned comments. So if you're interested in that, check out those links there. And I just want to say thanks for watching the video, and a big thank you to my subscribers and to my patrons. I wouldn't be here without you.